Preston Vale, a billionaire known for his ruthless efficiency and emotional distance, lives in a marble fortress of silence since losing his wife, Emma. But one afternoon, a desperate cry pierces that silence. His autistic son, Eli, is in distress on the forbidden fifth floor. Maya Williams, a new maid, ignores warnings from the butler and follows the sound. What she finds is heartbreaking. A 7-year-old boy rocking violently, hitting his head in panic. Acting from instinct and memory of her late autistic brother, Maya calms the child using gentle sign language. What begins as compassion will soon awaken a man's dormant heart. When Preston bursts into the room, furious at Maya's disobedience, he witnesses the impossible, his son quiet in the arms of a stranger. Eli, who hasn't allowed anyone near him in 2 years, finds peace with his humble maid. Stunned and speechless, Preston questions how she managed what countless specialists failed to do. Maya's answer is simple. "I didn't fix him, sir. I saw him." Her words haunt him. By nightfall, the billionaire who thought money could buy healing realizes that what his son needed couldn't be bought. It had to be felt. The next day, Preston calls Maya into his office, a place of power and intimidation. He makes her an offer: double her pay, her own room, and a new title, Eli's live-in caregiver. He doesn't need another therapist. He needs someone his son already trusts. Torn between fear and purpose, Maya hesitates but remembers her grandmother's words. If God opens a door, don't argue with the knob. She accepts, unaware that this decision will reshape all their lives. The maid who was meant to clean floors now finds herself cleaning the dust off a broken family soul. In the days that follow, Maya builds quiet bridges with Eli. Through color games, music, and soft humming, she enters his world without forcing him into hers. Preston watches from the doorway, baffled, humbled, and intrigued. For the first time in months, the mansion breathes again. No screams, no slammed doors, just calm. Preston begins to see in Maya not a maid, but a healer. Her patience becomes a mirror to his failures, a reflection of everything he forgot about love, empathy, and fatherhood. As Preston slowly opens up, Maya learns about Emma, the wife who brought warmth into every room and whose death left Preston hollow. Together, they share quiet stories of loss. Her brother Jermaine, his wife Emma, realizing grief is the language they both speak fluently. Through Maya's influence, Preston stops controlling and starts listening. When he joins one of her sign language lessons, Eli surprises them both by responding, his tiny hands forming the sign for more. It's not a word, but it's everything. It's a connection. It's the start of healing. Weeks pass, and the once cold mansion transforms into a home. Eli begins laughing softly, responding to Maya's songs, and reaching out for his father's hand. Preston, no longer the man of marble, spends evenings in the garden with Maya under the magnolia tree, sipping tea and talking about what it means to be seen. When Preston asks to learn from her, Maya realizes he's not just learning to reach his son, he's learning to feel again. What began as duty is turning into something deeper, something neither of them dares to name. One night, under the hush of a piano tune, everything changes. As Maya hums and signs the lullaby Emma once sang, Preston watches, moved beyond words. Then, from upstairs, a sound shatters the stillness. Dada. Eli's first word in 2 years. Both adults freeze, tears in their eyes, as Preston rushes to hold his son. For the first time since Emma's death, father and son are reunited not in silence, but in sound. Maya stands in the doorway, her heart full, realizing that love, patient, selfless love, has done what medicine could not. Just as peace settles in, the past returns with claws. A knock at the mansion door reveals child welfare agents claiming a report of neglect. Someone has accused Preston of mistreating Eli. Maya stands firm, defending the child and her role. Preston's fury turns cold as he realizes this was no random inspection. It's a calculated move by business rivals threatening his new acquisition deal. For the first time, Preston fights not for profit, but for his family. And Maya, no longer a maid, becomes his anchor in the storm. As the investigation fades, Preston and Maya find themselves sitting on the porch swing under starlight. Eli sleeps in her arms, his tiny hand resting over Preston's. "There are different kinds of silence," he says. "This one feels safe." And then, in a whisper that freezes time, Eli murmurs his second word, "Mama." The world stops. Preston's eyes glisten, and Maya's tears fall freely. That night, they don't need promises or confessions. Only the understanding that love has already rooted itself quietly between them. The next morning, Preston cooks breakfast with Eli, laughter echoing through a home that once knew only grief. He invites Maya to the park, a public step toward something real. When strangers mistake her for the nanny, Preston answers proudly, "She's part of our family." In that moment, the walls of class, color, and loss crumble. What began as an act of compassion between a maid and a boy becomes a story of healing between a woman and a man who forgot how to love. And in a mansion that once echoed pain, love finally learns to speak again.